What's up, everybody? Get ready to doing it with your host, your favorite host, Big Johnny Stud, coming to you worldwide from Brooklyn, New York. As always, we don't talk it, we live it, baby. Big ups to Underdog for bringing us here this Pick'em show. Mayo Media Net. Sign up and get $100 free. If it's free, it's for me. The code is MMN. Let them know Big Johnny sent you. Man, gotta love the work Underdog is doing. Really great interface, a lot of fun to work with. They keep expanding the menu. The prices are fair. And today, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. All right, we got a little freebie going on. You get a free leg. Gotta love that because they pair it up evenly. They're gonna give us a chance to use the black market today. Shohei Ohtani over 1/2 of a plate appearance is going to be good for a parlay leg. We'll take that. If it's free, it's for me. If you really want to be a coward, they're going to let you pair it with any other prop you want, which you got to love. So they're really letting you double up on something. I'm going to do our normal too. I've got a couple that I'm feeling pretty fond of. Who am I? The girl Denton Sugar. Follow me on Twitter at John Legazza, JOHNLEGHEZZA. Will take you to links to all the baseball things. Man, coming at you 1:15 off the crack of the bat. Your boy's going to be making his ESPN radio debut tomorrow. Look at that. Holler if you hear me. Big Papa Pump in the house. All right, let's get right into the plays. Again, appreciate the feedback on the new streamlined version of the show. Yeah, I think it works better this way. If you want the Tasmanian Devil stuff, that we get that in the morning. You know, death, taxes, sun rising in the east, setting in the west, and me up before the crack of dawn working on this stuff, man. Right? We don't get ready. We stay ready. Can't lose with the tools we use, if you know what I'm saying. So we're going to hit you with 2 picks. We're going to pair it with the Ohtani plate appearance, and hopefully we'll see you at the cashier window. Let's do the thing we do. Me and you, Mayo Media crew, make sure you press the like button because cartoon fingers matter more than they should. Make sure you press the notification button because cartoon bells matter more than they should. Just smash something or other. Well, yeah. Help a brother out if you want the show still on when the warm weather hits. Best way to do it, sign up to Underdog and let them know Johnny sent you. First one, we're going to go for Zach Eflin, starting pitcher of those Flat Fish of Florida. Rays have the Angels today. I think just in general, the Angels have probably outperformed not just expectations, but even a lot of the underpinning stats, right? I'm the first one to, I don't care about narratives and biases. I do care about, skills, right? We want to see stats. We want to see the stuff under the hood and not really focus on outcomes in baseball. That's the easiest way to get in trouble, right? Looking at ERA, looking at, average and stuff like that without knowing velo sequencing, command, control. I'll give you a perfect example before we dive in a little further, a good little segue into what we're doing. For one, we like to use ball percentage greater than sign walk rate, right? A walk is an outcome. Ball rate is an input. 35% being average. Every single point above is bad and worse, and then off the chain bad. And these things kind of back test out. So when you see a pitcher that has a 38, 39% ball rate, but the walk rate's really low, you're not looking at a command pitcher. So again, let's get into the thing. Speaking of command pitchers, Zach Eflin, he just doesn't walk anybody, and we love it, baby. So not to bury the lead, we're going to go under 1.5 walks. 17 innings pitched so far this year. He has 2 total. Got to dig on that. That's a 2.7% walk rate, 31.7% ball rate. Again, remember, if 35 is average, 34, right? You think of like high, medium, low, like bad, worse, terrible, and then okay, good, great, right on the other side, right? Seven notches on the dial. So 35, 34 is good, 33 is great. Anything at 32 is. This is elite, right? This is as good as it gets. And it works in the other direction also. 36, 37, once you're at 38, 39, this is an issue. So Eflin not only, not walking anybody, but really backing it up with the input stuff. His commands always been pretty good. Not to go too nuts with the small sample. Again, I was, kind of pooing ERA, which is really kind of stupid. He has a 6.35 ERA. He has a 3.7 Sierra. Like, that's really what you want to be looking at, input stats. The K rate's been a bit low, but the control, again, very good. Right? He's getting ahead Very important. If we're going to be looking to go under walks, we really want the pitcher to get ahead. He's actually inducing chases, and he's winning around the edges, limiting foul balls, which is another good one. So he's keeping the ball down. You're getting just enough contact, which, again, is something that we want. So give me Eflin. It even goes back to last year. I'm going to go back to 2023 with this one. Sometimes, 2024 stats with a handful of innings. I don't want to be known as the guy citing that. So in the last 195 innings, it's a 3.3% walk rate, right? So there it is. 31.1% ball rate. So even better than this year. So the command is legit. These things are all very real. 22.5 came on his BB in that span. Again, 65 first strike, above average chase rate, right? He's getting ahead, inducing chases, winning in the zone. So we really love what Eflin's got. That's the first leg. You'll see it. And there's the bonus leg also. Shohei Ohtani over a plate appearance. If he doesn't play, no, we don't lose. He would have to start the game and come out for everybody to lose on this, which we just hope doesn't happen. Or I'm sure we're going to be people, hearing people cry about voiding stuff. So right now we have our free leg, Ohtani, half a plate appearance higher. Zach Eflin, 1.5 walks lower. We even have a little bit of love on the other side. Again, if you're into the stats and the data, I provide all this stuff. Just go to Twitter, take it to Substack. It's really cheap, saving people a ton of time. I'm obsessive compulsive and also have done this professionally, both gambled on the sport and provided content for a long time. And I just wanted to be able to bring it to people at a normal price because we just want to help you the best that we can. So I think it's important that, I think it's important your baseball handicapper is always in touch with the market. I'm literally, you tag me any time of day, any day of the week between April and October. I hear the klaxon sound. All right, let's get into the Angels. On the season, the disciplinary basket is pretty weak, 24% K to 8.5 walk. But the swing and strike rate very low, the chase rate very good, the in-zone contact rate also not bad. However, remember, you got to split data in baseball, in particular when we're talking about an individual pitcher. But we're talking about Zach Eflin. He's not going to become left-handed in the middle. So you really want to see this stuff. Again, I make it very easy. Follow along. And when you jump over to the right-handed split side, Angels really poor against righties. 236 team batting average, 305 OBP, 677 OPS. Let's get into the disciplinary basket, what we're going to be looking for. The 24% K kind of remains solid. However, the walk rate dips below 8. The chase rate spikes. The in-zone contact rate drops. Now, it's not terrible, but they're aggressive and don't take walks. All the stuff that we're looking for. So Eflin's going to be up there throwing strikes, not looking to waste pitches. The Angels are very aggressive in zone and are not really looking to take walks, right? Reflected in the OBP and the walk rate. So Eflin's been an absolute beast when it comes to control. Only had 2 walks or more one time since June 29th of last year. That's once in 20 starts. Once in 20 starts. And I mentioned the very low walk rate for the Angels. So that's the first one. Give us Zach Eflin, 1.5 walks under. Let's break down the second one. Then I'll just take a quick look at the board. If you have any comments, I'll tackle those. Thank you for making this your lineup block show. When you're crossing those T's and dotting those I's, we'll give you a couple plays on the way out the door. And then again, if you have any questions about the doings of the day, the news, prices, even risk management, betting strategy, holler if you hear me. Get you a couple plays that I like as well at the very end if we have some time. Again, I'm trying not to go up to the last minute again. There's plenty of me out there if you're looking. All right, second play. Let's go, my boy Sonny Gray. He's facing the hapless Oakland Athletics. Always a pretty good place to look for winning bets. Gray going back to last year, 189 innings to a 2.71 ERA, a 1.14 whip. All the indicators agree, really strong. 24 K to only 7 walk. That's a 17 KBB, but the underpinning stuff is very strong also. 12.5 swing and strike, 29 CSW. So a lot of the underpinnings that we like, again, 26 whiff, 62 first strike, 36 foul, just a lot of the underpinning. Gray, seasoned veteran, also known for control, also known to be very, what's the word? I guess like cerebral is the word. So anytime we have the high IQ pitcher on the mound, we want to back that, especially you can see A's, John C. I see you. Do I do any of the Underdog daily drafts? I actually haven't. I haven't played those, but it's not because I really don't like it. Part of it is my personality. Before I get into a game, I need to know every single thing about it, and I just don't really have any time. But man, if I find some time, I'd like to. I hear people talk about them a lot, and I think with some of the information that we have at our fingertips, jumping into a small field, again, if you're a grinder and you're really looking to make money, right? Not win the lotto. You're looking to actually make money, right? Play responsibly, play smart, and grind. Yeah, you're saying it's a lot of fun on top of it, which again, we should be having fun, but we want to win. I have found it took me a long time to get into small field stuff because again, right, we're chasing the lotto and you tell yourself, oh, if I'm going to have this big daily day, whether it be props or underdog or whatever, oh, I want to win the millie. When you realize that the score that you hung might have taken down a smaller one, you might have binked those. And I kind of learned that watching Patty and a lot of these guys more experienced at DFS than I was. I was always very much into betting games, but then prop markets opened up from the DFS play, and we had people that were more experienced. So, there's nothing wrong with outsourcing knowledge, nothing wrong with learning, right? We have too many people that are probably a little too stubborn. So, yeah, I think, you could use the information that we're doing here to get involved with these. And again, if you have any questions on specific players or maybe the best way to do it, maybe we'll do today is do like a stack attack, I used to call it, on one of my older shows where I do a custom proprietary model and I do implied team totals. And that'll help you point you to the offenses that we think are going to score the most and also the pitchers that we think are going to get beat up the most. In case you think I'm talking smack, check it out on Twitter. I got the receipt. It was just yesterday. DK does a high scoring team and we hit the Reds at 17-1. So, just it happens again. The model quite literally plays that game. So give me Sonny Gray. He dealt with just a little bit of hiccups getting out of spring training. So the last time out, I was worried about backing him. I think we might even went after him thinking he might have hiccuped, but he was incredibly sharp. So again, we're ready to jump on board with Gray kind of picking back up where we thought he might. He went 5 innings, only gave up 5 hits, didn't walk any, struck out 5. And that was against Philadelphia. So today he's got the A's who are just really, it's objectively bad. And it's really kind of upsetting as somebody like myself who is, I'm not an A's fan, but I am a baseball fan. And I also like work in sports. Hello, call me. Let's try and turn this thing around. I mean, if you don't pitch and you don't play defense, you should hit. And they don't hit. What do you do? What do you do? I don't really know. Oakland, just despicable. The offense is so bad. 208 team batting average on the season, 208 team batting average, 613 OPS, 29% K rate. Bottom 2. 16% swing and strike dead last, 75% in-zone contact dead last. Then again, of course, I'm not going to miss frame. We want to jump over to the right-handed splits. Again, I'm not that type. 28% K, 16 swing and strike, 76 zone contact, below average chase. The A's are awful. Awful, 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 awful. This line feels a little bit too low. So here we go. Let's bring it up. And there's the completion. Last leg, Sonny Gray, 5.5 strikeouts higher. If you are not quite buying what I'm selling, you can actually knock down the 5.5 to 4.5. Now, of course, that's going to cost you some in the odds department. But he did just strike out 5 through 5 in a much more difficult team. Today we're looking for 6. And again, it was not say it's a warm-up start, but I think at 5 and dive, I think they were pulling him regardless. He was extremely efficient. Sonny Gray only threw 64 pitches the last time out. He should be set for at least, 80. Generally, we look to 15 or 20 pitches on a boost. Sonny Gray, 85 pitches, gets through 6 and strikes out maybe 8 or 9 A's. So I really like Gray today. Since we're talking about risk, what better time? Look at the rules when you sign up the Underdog. Remember, first deposit match, get you $100 for free. Use the code MMN. Let them know. Big Gianni Centric. Got to be 18 to play. Present in a legal state. Terms apply. And if you end up with a problem at all, please reach out. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit ncpgambling.org. Or, you could reach out to me. Because, you mean a lot to me, actually. Unlike most of the the fakes and the phonies. That one never actually played this stuff at a really high level. Two, maybe never known anybody because they've never been in it, have never been surrounded with it. And when you're surrounded with it long enough, unfortunately, the chances are, right, we're in a game of odds. You run into somebody that may have had a problem. I have seen people pick themselves up and clean up their act. Right, so this is real life, me and you. Mayo Media crew. Means a lot. Remember, sign up to Underdog. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe to the show. Make sure you tag in Patty Mayo, the dude. Man, coming off his big Masters weekend, Pat is the GOAT. God, she's got me wanting to bet on golf, something 8-year-old me would have never thought. The only memory I have of golf on TV is my grandfather snoring over the audio, sleeping on the recliner on Sundays. Tim York, what's going on? Good afternoon to you as well. Tim, I don't know if you saw it. Let me flash you one more time. Today's plays. We got Ohtani on the freebie. We're going to go Zach Eflin. We're going to ride that massive control. And the Angels' willingness to be aggressive in the zone. Look for under 1.5 walks from Eflin, who hasn't walked more than 2 guys yet this year. And then Sonny Gray back in the saddle against the A's, who strike out against absolutely everybody. That's a plus 395. Wouldn't it be nice? Yes, that would be nice to cash this one. Let's get in the black sea at the cashier window. Before we get out of here, let me do real quick. Let me guide you. Let me do the thing I do. And again, I have the custom MLB moving averages algorithm, public-facing algo. It's been out there for 3.5 years. You've actually been profitable each of the 3 years, knocking on wood or something hollow. And again, it's just really more procedural. It's not because it predicts the future, and not because I predict the future. It's just because it's done correctly. It has a lot of work in it, and then we have to apply proper risk management. Speaking of which, when you get the $100 it's free. I think it's plenty to follow for a couple days, maybe demo cash, just tail along, see what you like to play, when you like to play, how you deal with it, right? And then we go live. Hopefully build up the free cash, then we go into NFL best ball season. Let's go, LFG. Right? Let's take their money to make more money and then hopefully take down the tree millie, So can we pop over to the algo? And I'll just walk you through it really quick. Anything that kind of stands out. Mini in Baltimore, Varland versus Irvin. I've got a lot of scoring F5. Those bullpens are really good. So I kind of like Minnesota offense. I like the Baltimore offense also. That offense at Baltimore is excellent. I've got Texas and the Rangers. The Texas Rangers scoring off Reese Olson and the Tigers early. That one fizzles out. Remember, again, the algorithm has bullpen stats and modified expected stuff and all types of rolling averages and all these things, and all of these things. So when you're reading models, right, when you see a flash F5 and then it dims down the scoring, there's probably a good bullpen. It doesn't mean you can't go into the betting markets and go after it. Teams that I have going all the way, it's the Phillies, because Colorado has got Cal Quantrill on the bump. And that bullpen is absolutely terrible, which is really one of the ways that I found, again, that providing DFS prop play content to people, the big wins came this way, targeting bad bullpens. It's going to sound so stupid, but every time I've won something significant in any kind of daily play, it's had a big finish. Like I needed something at the end to get you over. I could think of like, one was, I think, a Juan Soto home run. I feel like I remember a Deebo Samuel touchdown. Just these, random late game events. So that's what you want to be looking. It's not just to beat up on them early, because again, you see the bad pitcher, you see decent offense. Look what happened the other day to Toronto. They scored 5 runs in the first. That was it. So you want to attack bad bullpens the best that you can. Again, it's not always going to work, but we want to put ourselves, again, right in a strong probabilistic scenario. And if you're regimented, then you stay in the game long enough to let that stuff work out, where hopefully you build a bankroll. Rockies bullpen, terrible. +6 ERA, +5 Sierra, +1.8 whip. That is the worst thing that you basically ever heard. So I like the Phillies for a ton of scoring, right? You're looking for those Phillies righties, especially. Quantrill, for whatever reason, struggles to the same side. So we highlight a couple people with scoring. I also have that one as like a run line win. I think Nola gets right today. I like the Giants to beat the Marlins until Cabrera got named over Meyer. So I kind of backed off that one, but the model still has them above. I have Tampa beating the Angels. I've got the Yankees beating The Blue Jays have also got the Yankees scoring quite a bit. Toronto's bullpen is still banged up. Romano and Swanson not back yet. They'll be back either tomorrow or the day after. Get while the getting is good. The big total I have, the next two, the ones we would really want to be focusing on, my two highest scoring games. Pirates and Mets. Martin Perez has been excellent. I'm not buying that, right? Let's go for the smash side. Mets offense in a true smash spot. This is immovable force and the unstoppable object. It's going to be interesting to see if Martin Perez is able to spin this into some kind of gem. If we have any Mets fans, I know they might be rolling their eyes, but again, nuance and context pouring out your nose when you roll with us. Got to split that data. Mets versus lefties. 291 average leading the league in home runs, 817 OPS, top 2 in K, top 3 in swinging strike, chase rate, end zone contact, number 1 in line drive, top 3 in expected WOBA and composite WOBA. That's killing lefties this year. Killing lefties. They could just totally run the Pirates out, except they have Hauser going and the Pirates crush righties. So I really like this game to be the one that maybe kind of runs, right? We're always looking for that, right? That's the other way to win. You're looking for that game that goes 13-15 and you have a bunch of critical pieces. These bullpens have been good, but I've also noticed with these two pens in particular, the very ends are good, the soft underbelly, right? If they're down bad or ugly, again, this one I kind of have getting ugly. Let's do one more, and then we'll get out of here. The other big scores I have Atlanta and Houston. Surprise, surprise. Darius Vines versus Spencer Arrighetti and Meatballs. I mean, both of these guys, just really not that they're bad. They're just both lacking experience and in a really tough spot as far as matchups go. Plus, this one has the added bonus of bad bullpens. Astros bullpen +5 ERA when you brought in Hader, not what you thought you'd get. 19% K to a double-digit walk, not any good. In-zone contact up over 88. They've taken 6 losses already. Braves bullpen, no picnic either. Not like the Astros and the Braves can't hit anybody. When you're rolling out Trashola, that's when you get steamrolled. So just to point people in the right direction, if you're looking to parlay some guys on Underdog, I know as far as kind of pitching props go, I was under the Varland 15.5 outs. I was over the Martin Perez earned runs, right? These are just the plays that kind of wound up on the cutting room floor, right? I do my analysis, I go through it, then I hopefully pick the ones that I like the best. So it was right. Varland outs was a cutting room floor. Colton Cowser, 1 hit, ended up on the cutting room floor, right? I mean, really low bar. He's one of the hottest hitters in the league, and I don't think he's coming out, right? That's something you always want to be careful of when you have a hitter going out that they're not going to be replaced. I think he's getting his full run. He's been fantastic. He was just named AL Player of the Week. I believe he's ascendant, and I think he's going to get the playing time that he very much deserves. So let's just flash the plays one more time while you're smashing the like button, smashing the bells, and all of the things that are going to keep this show on for the entire year. Again, hat tip to Underdog, hat tip to Patty Mayo for getting together and bringing the show to you, giving everybody a little exposure to the Italian Tasmanian Devil. We got Shohei Ohtani plate appearances 1/2 higher, Zach Eflin 1.5 walks allowed lower, and Sonny Gray 5.5 strikeouts. Get those stankin' A's higher. And that will do it from the fastest show in MLB. Absolutely freaking anywhere. Hav, hear me. We appreciate you all. Thank you so much for sticking around. Please make this your lineup lock show every single day, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. And hopefully we'll see you at the cashier window. So thanks for picking up what we're putting down. And remember the last lesson, as always, when you work this hard, there's a lot less like luck, yo. Peace.